Hello and welcome to MUWestFans in the West. This is Neil again, and today we are here to discuss the post-match analysis for the Manchester United versus Southampton game. What a comeback, 3-2 against Southampton. We were down 2-0 in halftime. A substitution was made. El Matador came onto the field, and he just completely took the game away and turned it on its head. A lot to discuss, guys. Rashford's performance, Cavani's performance, Bruno's performance, some injury lists, also some recent updates on Cavani's social media post. So we'll talk all about those as well. Before we begin, please hit that like and subscribe button and let us know what you think about the game and what you think Manchester United should do going forward. So let's get started. From the start, Manchester United was pretty sluggish, both in terms of playing forward and defending. This has been a major concern. We'll talk about that. Our defense is still very weak. All going forward, we're doing pretty well at this point, and we are winning matches even in extra times. But that does not mean our defense is any better than it was about a year ago. To address that, and we'll talk about that more. So for the two goals that Southampton scored in the first half, I think we cannot really blame anyone for those goals by Southampton. First goal by Jan Bednarek, it was from a corner. It was a very pinpoint ball from Ward-Prowse from the corner. Rashford was supposed to be taking care of Bednarek, but he couldn't, and the ball ended up in the back of the net. For the second goal, it was so good. I mean, we have to appreciate what Ward-Prowse did, and we all have heard about him that he idolizes Beckham and all those players. But as far as free kick is concerned, that's as good as it gets. I was pretty happy, impressed rather, that David De Gea actually was able to get to the ball. Although he was there, he touched the ball, but he couldn't really keep it out from going in. Sadly, he hurt himself in the process of making the save, and I hope he's okay. Dean Henderson came on in the second half. It was a half-time substitution. He made his Premier League debut, which is always good to see. And I hope David De Gea is okay, but this also gives Dean Henderson a chance to prove himself and establish himself as a Premier League goalkeeper. That would be great to see as well. As I said, guys, going forward in the first half, we almost had nothing. The chances we did create were not taken at all. Bruno missed a sitter from 2 yards out. Greenwood missed a very good chance. He got the ball, he went past the goalkeeper, but could not finish it, could not put the goal in the back of the net. Then again, I was thinking, like, are we going to be punished for these missed chances? And the way the game was going, I thought we really were in a bad position. And as soon as our team is losing 2-0, even in the 60th minute, all these things start coming in head about all his future, about the players and all the controversies. So it was a major boost in terms of the whole team's morale. It's really good to see a team coming back from 2-0 down. Obviously, Cavani was the major super sub in this game. He came on in place of Greenwood in the halftime. As soon as he came on, we could see a change point in terms of attacking positions. Everything was Cavani dependent and Bruno dependent. Now Bruno's influence we all know, but it was really good to see Cavani put in that performance. His work ethics are really, really good at this point, and I'm really impressed with him. Coming in, there were always questions about is it a good decision to get Cavani, who's out of his prime, who's 33 years old now? Is it going to work out? Hey, guess what? It did. I think the first goal that he made for Cavani's assist, he crossed it to Bruno. Bruno finished it very well. It was good to see that that instigated the whole comeback. And then Cavani's both headers. We have been missing someone like Cavani for a long time, especially after Zlatan left. Lukaku was a out-and-out number 9 striker, but these goals are what we need to win matches, those headers. Rashford, Greenwood, Martial, all can play in that number 9 position, but they're not. They're very different. Even Ole acknowledges that fact. And for Cavani to be in there, Alex Telles did try a lot of crosses. We could clearly see that's his instruction to put the ball in the penalty box area. But I think going forward and defensively, more importantly, Alex Telles needs to improve a lot. But as he gets more game time, I'm pretty sure he's going to up his game and he will be able to deliver those crosses accurately. So I think going forward, we need Cavani in the middle. That brings up the question, what about the right-hand side? What about Rashford? What about Martial? Who's going to play through the left? Because majorly Rashford has been playing through the left and Martial up front. But with this Cavani's performance, it does raise a lot of question. What is Martial's point now? I personally always like Martial. They are both Martial and Cavani are very different sort of players, but both are effective. I mean, look at Martial's last season; he was absolutely spectacular. So it raises a good question. It gives us a lot to think about, especially for Ole. And this is something that we love as fans. I'm pretty sure Ole loves it as a coach to who to play. I mean, everyone's is performing at their best. But this also raises the question of our right wing. Who is going to play? I mean, obviously we know Diallo is coming in January. We have Pelistri growing up in the under 23 levels, and he's performing pretty well. But we need someone solid in right wing position to make it his own and just put in crosses, pass the ball. Cavani, although he runs a lot, he covers a lot of ground on the pitch. He comes from the right. At sometimes he's playing alongside Fred in the midfield to make that interception and go forward. But we need him up front. There's no doubt about that. We need him in the goal scoring areas to finish, and clearly he can finish those balls. So I'm really happy with the second half performance from the lads, and it just gives us a lot to think about. But then again, coming to the defense, although this is a record in the Premier League for Manchester United to win 8 straight games away from home, that is an incredible record, to be honest. But then again, how many times have we kept a clean sheet? That's really a big question here. Are we able to keep a clean sheet? Are we able to make sure that no goal is conceded? No, not right now. We are getting battered in goal, to be honest. Even thinking about the first game against Istanbul Başakşehir, it was pretty bad. I mean, that was horrendous. But going forward, how can we improve this? I mean, we know Bahi is coming back. We know Tuanzebe is coming back. But are they enough to make sure that this becomes a title challenging team? Let me know what you think, guys. Share your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll be more than happy to discuss it in the next video. Going into the player ratings, I think David De Gea gets a 6 for me. He didn't really have much to do in the first half. I don't think he could have done anything about the goal, so it's just an average 6 for me. Again, it's sad to see him going off, but it is what it is. And let's just hope that Dean Henderson is up to the task and he proves himself that we all believe him to be. In the right back, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I think, did a good job. Defensively, he's looking really solid, as always. He was running up the channels quite a bit as well, so that's good to see him progressing in terms of attacking. Aaron Wan-Bissaka gets a 7. In defense, Harry Maguire and Lindelof, I think there were quite a few good clearances, both aerial and on the pitch, on the ground. But they get a 6 for me because although the goals are not really... I mean, it's okay to concede these sort of goals as long as it's from a free kick or a corner. I can understand that. But then again, defensively, we need to improve quite a lot. So for me, they get a 6. Alex Telles on the left gets a 6 for me as well. I thought he was trying to get quite a few crosses into the box, but he was not able to do so. He needs to improve his game on that aspect. In midfield, I think Fred played a wonderful game. He's one of those like unsung heroes. Fred had a pass accuracy of 94.6%. He made 2 key passes and he took 1 shot. Although he was to be blamed to give away that cheap foul, which ended up to be what Prowser's free kick goal. But overall, I am very impressed with Fred's performance, and this just shows that with a little consistency and given him the match time, he can really prove to be a very key player in that team. Donny van de Beek again, I hope he's okay. He shared a picture after the game about his ankle being swollen up. It looks bad, but I hope he's okay and he'll be able to play for us against the PSG. So Donny van de Beek gets a 7 for me. He was really good, and I keep saying this, and I really like this about Donny van de Beek's game. He keeps it simple. There's no show off about his play. It's just get the ball, look up, pass the ball, get into the position, get the ball, pass again. That's it. It's so simple, and that's all we want from a midfielder. And we already know about his capabilities as far as passing the balls or footballing intelligence is concerned. So it's really good to see Donny van de Beek getting time. It was his first Premier League start. I know some people might think that that it is long overdue, but then again, when given the chance, he did prove himself, and that's always good to see. Bruno Fernandes for me gets a 9. Again, very influential. His goal was the spark that we needed for a comeback. Overall, I don't think it was Bruno's one of his best games for our team, but then again, as long as being influential and he's being able to turn the game on its head, there's really much we can say about him negatively. So it's really good to see him playing. Greenwood for me gets a 5. I thought apart from that one missed chance, he didn't really have anything to provide throughout the game, and it was a good decision from Ole to substitute him for Cavani in the second half. Clearly, we saw a change in game plan and tactics, and whole momentum for the game changed as soon as Cavani came onto the pitch. Rashford for me gets a 7. He kept trying. He missed quite a few easy chances, which I'm sure he's regretting as well. But he needs to be more clinical and direct. Sometimes when he should take the shot, he tries to pass it to someone else. When he's supposed to pass the ball, he just takes it on by himself. So these are the few things that he needs to work on. He's still pretty young, and having someone like Cavani, who's so experienced in all over the world, would be able to help him and guide him on how to get better in these aspects. Matic for me gets a solid 7 because of his performance. It was again, I felt going forward he didn't really provide much, but then again, Matic's job is not to go forward, just keep the ball, sit there in front of the defense and make sure, give them that cushion. So I think he did that job pretty well. Apart from that, Dean Henderson did well. He gets a 7 for me. When called upon, he didn't have to make extraordinary saves or anything, but he did his job pretty well. And Fred for me, as I said, he was the influential person, so he gets an 8 for me. Not to the levels of Cavani or Bruno, but then again, he is like an unsung hero. He really helped the team today, and Cavani gets a 9 for me as well. And for the man of the match, it's Cavani. He completely changed the game on its head. I mean, we can clearly see signs of him being our number 9 in future. Even if it's for a couple of years, that's fine, but he can really take us or give us that extra edge that we needed in terms of a strike. So that's it, guys. This is the post-match analysis for the Manchester United versus Southampton game. Hope you liked it. Again, hit that like and subscribe button. Let us know what you think. I'll be more than happy to discuss it in my next video. So see you soon.